Well, hello there. Now this is something of an experiment today because we're going to see if we can play Flamme Rouge but with all the cards, because my wonderful the wonderful Flamme Rouge card dealer that I used to use unfortunately is no longer a thing. It is no longer online. I reached out to the person who developed it, and it's to do with the back end of the website where it was hosted, and it's not going to be coming back anytime soon, which put pay really to all these kind of videos that I was making, which is a real pain because I was having a great time with it, and I was hoping, sort of hanging around, that something would crop up, but it hasn't. And so I was thinking, right, okay, how can we do this with cards? The old-fashioned way, the way the game was designed to be played. So I've got my 2 decks of cards, one for the ruler, one for the sprinter, and off-screen I have all of the other cards in for the other riders all ready to go, all shuffled and set up. And I will endeavour to play this as we go along. Now, regular viewers will know, our friends that make up our little cast here, my team, Team Black Panda, made up of Carl Schwartz and Scott Raven. The often unassailable Peloton team, the blue Peloton team of Gordon Sapphire and Alain Royale. And Ashton Green, Gianni Sacramento and John Reseda, a muscle team for the Greens and muscle team for the Reds, Red Chat Collective, Terry Scarlett and Gareth Rose. Often you will find me flailing about in the background, somewhere near the back of the pack. But we'll see what happens today. So, what can I say? Let's take a look at the course. This is a course that we're going to be playing today. The end looks pretty brutal to me. Look at those hills. That N to G stretch of mountain looks... I look like I'm going to end up stuck on that hill while everyone else is charging off ahead. Hopefully it will slow them down as well. The first part doesn't look too bad, bit of cobbles, but we will see. Okay, what do you reckon? Shall we have a go at this? Okay, right, so I'm not playing any weather rules today. I decided that would just be too much too soon. Going to try to show things as clearly as possible, but who knows what's going to happen. This could be a total disaster, but, you know, if you don't try, you don't know, do you? So it's worth a go, isn't it? Okay, so if we take a look at the starting lineup here, all our riders are set up and are ready to go. Team Black Panda is at the back of the pack, just here, and the sprinter is in first place. Oh, I meant to say that I have got my exhaustion cards here. It's 3 split between the 2 riders, as always. I've given 2 to the ruler and 1 to the sprinter, and I think we will pick for the sprinter first. So I take my 4 cards and let's see what we get. Okay, so we've got a 9 in there, a 5. Is it worth making a break for it? What do you think? Shall we be bold with our little experiment? Not quite sure. I'm trying to... I have a secret plan here for how to show this on the next screen. If we zoom in on, we should find out. Just got to line up the first one. This could be a real pain today, so I do apologise. But it's a lot of trial and error, this. Okay, so these go into the back, face up. We'll know when they come around again. And the ruler, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And we'll take a look, see what we've got now. We've got one of the exhaustions popped out already. I think we've got to go for the... We've got to go for it, haven't we? We've got to go for it. This could be a great start, or it could be the stuff of nightmares. Okay, right, let's take a look at how this is going to go then. So we're going to start off with the red sprinter. And the red sprinter pulls out a 2. So off they go. Now the Peloton team, also a fairly slow start with just a 3. 1, 2, 3 slides in front. Oh no, alongside. 1, 2, 3. See, look, it's a good start. No, it's right. 1, 2, 3 slides in front. There we go. Now we have the red ruler. The red ruler pulls out a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 up at the front there with the Peloton rider. Peloton rider was a 3, which pulls up alongside the red team. Then we have the green sprinter. Green sprinter is going to go 9, same as me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Comes around the corner. Then it was the black sprinter, black sprinter, which is also a 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up the front. It's going to take some exhaustion, looks like it. It's a great start, isn't it, everyone? What we've got next, green ruler, which is here. And the green ruler is pulled out of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, loses a movement there with only 4. And then the black sprinter, which is Black Panda team 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slides in. Okay, so there's no slipstreaming at all that goes on here, which means happy days. Both my riders start off strongly and take an exhaustion to the back of the pack, and we will see how that works out for them. Okay, let's clear these cards off out the way. They will just fall onto the floor. I will deal with them later. And it's decision time. Now, this is tricky, this, isn't it? Because do we now fall back a little bit? I think we pull out the sprinter again and see what we get. The pain with this today is going to be the amount of shuffling that is going to be required. Let's see what we've got. So we've got 5s and 4s and another 9. See, if I go out with a 9 again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 takes me almost up to the cobbles, but is that just going to be exhaustion? I'm thinking we drop back with the 5 for the sprinter. Sorry, for the sprinter. That's right. And then for the ruler, I don't know if we can make up a bit of ground. There's my 4 cards for the ruler. And what have we got? 4, 5, 6 and a 3. So if I go with a 5 for the sprinter, I have gone for a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets to there. So if I play the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like we've got to try and stay together if we can. Tactics may well go out the window here. So we'll play those 2 cards. That's my ruler. That goes in there. Okay, and let's start resolving. So we start with our green sprinter. And the green sprinter only wants to go 3. 1, 2, 3. Double line is there, so that stays on that side. Then sprinter went with a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, hoping to fall back into the pack, but still up front, looking like more exhaustion coming our way. Then the ruler went with 6. Ooh, there'll possibly be some slipstreaming here. The Peloton team are going to go with a 6. 1, 2, 3, 6, safely round to the back there. Then the red ruler goes 7. Loses a movement, that's good for us. Red sprinter pulls out a muscle at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Possible slipstreaming. Peloton was the 6. Slides in front, and the green sprinter pulls out just a 3, which leaves him languishing at the back. So there will be some slipstreaming here, which is good news for us, partly. So as these come round the corner here, leaving the green even further behind, and it's going to be exhaustion for the black sprinter, which goes into the back of my pack, which is just off screen, and you'll have to trust me on that one. Okay, these all go off the side of the table, very professional, and we go again. I think we'll pull out for the rouleur this time. Not long before we're going to have to shuffle. Let's have a look and see what we get for the rouleur. 4, 3, 7 and 5. Well, see, the problem we're going to have is towards the end of the race, we've got this massive mountain and we've got a big mountain finish. So pulling out the big cards there is not going to help me. So I'm thinking that maybe we go big now, use it while we can. So I'm thinking we'll keep the 7 there. Start us off. Apologies if you can hear my creaky chair. There's a lot more turning about than normal. I shall have to see if I can do something about that if we for the next time. Sprinter next. Okay, pull out the 4 cards. There they are. Now then, let's see what we get. Now, there's my exhaustion that I put in. Or possibly, that was the exhaustion I put in at the beginning, wasn't it? Because the other exhaustion is at the bottom of the pack. So I'm thinking we'll pull out the 4 there and then maybe drop into the pack a little bit. Pop these into the back of the pack and we are ready to go. So black Sprinter first of all goes 4. Then green Sprinter pulls out a 4 also. The rouleur, black rouleur, 7. Just onto the front of the cobbles. There'll be no slipstreaming there for him or for anyone else. Peloton. Peloton team pull out a 4. Red rouleur pulls out a 3. Peloton team was the 4. Gaining slightly. Red Sprinter is just a 3. Goes up to 5. Only gets 4 of it. I wonder if the Peloton 1, 2, 3. No, yes, Peloton should be 1 further, shouldn't it? Because it's a 4 up to a 5. I think that's correct. Apologies if that's wrong. Regular viewers will know I regularly make many, many mistakes because there's too much to think about all at once. So if that is a mistake, I do apologise. Then what we're left with, green rouleur. See if they can catch up a bit. Not with a 3, they won't. Okay, all right. That's where the state of play at the moment. We have a look here as all of those cards go. And coming up to a bend. Nothing much happening here. As we come round the bend, it's all plain sailing at the moment, apart from a little bit of cobbles here. No slipstreaming because of the cobblestones, so happy days, exhaustion for both my riders. So rouleur takes their exhaustion. Sprinter, just off screen, takes their exhaustion. You can trust me, can't you? Yeah. And we go again. And I think we will draw for the rouleur. 4 cards for the rouleur. We'll have to shuffle the next round. And we've got 5, 6, 4, 2. I'm just going to take exhaustion after exhaustion here, aren't I? So do we go with the 4, perhaps? Let's go with the 4 and see if that works well for us. And for the Sprinter, 2, 3, 4 cards. That will need shuffling. I'm going to just do a quick off-screen shuffle for the interest of total honesty. Look, just to prove I am shuffling the Sprinter cards ready for next time. Okay, pop those back in there. Right, well now, what have we got for the Sprinter? Another 9, 3, 2. Do we play the 9? Take another exhaustion, or let's keep the 3. Let's see if this strategy plays out. Or let's see if it's a total disaster. Okay, pop those in there, ready for next time. So we start with the rouleur, who goes 4. Sprinter 3. possibly might tie someone up. Then we've got green sprinter. Going to go for it with a 9. Could possibly help us out as we come around that corner. Peloton team. We've not had an attack card yet. 4 for the rouleur. And 4 for the sprinter. Loses 1 because of the cobblestones. Gets stuck there. Red rouleur. Pulls out a 3. Red sprinter. Just the 2. Means their big cards are still to come. And green ruler, who's just off our screen, it pulls out a 5. Okay, so there is some slipstreaming that's going to happen here. So we have some slipstreaming at the back here, coming back together as a pack. And good news for my rouleur, we get a bit of slipstreaming there. So we are only going to take exhaustion for the sprinter, although I feel like I've said that a lot so far in this game. Okay, there go the cards. And we go again. Okay, we're going to go for the ruler first. I can only pull 1 card out at the moment. Got to do a little shuffle before I can pull out my other ones. Just a little bit of off screen. I might need to find some shuffling music. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we get. There are those exhaustions starting to show their ugly head. I still feel like maybe go for it. I don't know. This could be a losing strategy. I think I'm going to end up with a handful of exhaustion at the end. But you know, you live and learn. You don't know unless you try. And for the sprinter, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And if we give that a little turn over, there's that 9 again. Now I'm wondering, I've got a 5, a 9, a 2 and a 3. Oh, it's a difficult decision, isn't it? I'm not going to get to really play that 9 probably at the end. So let's try and see if this is a good idea or if it's a bad idea. Place your bets. What do you reckon? Okay, right. We start with the green sprinter. The green sprinter goes 5. Okay. 5. Now, ruler goes 5. Right behind, no exhaustion. Sprinter 9. Good, it's going to prevent it from getting exhaustion this turn. Now, what about the Peloton team? They also pull out a 5. Staying together as a pair. Red rouleur 3. Will it cause problems for the red sprinter who pulls out a 4? Yes, they lose a movement. They can only get 3 of it because of the cobbles. And the green rouleur still at the back. Is this a chance to make some headway? Pulls out a 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So therefore no longer in the back. Okay, good news, no exhaustion. No slipstreaming because of the cobbles. So they're going to stay where they are. Off go the cards. And let's see what's coming up. So we've got another cobblestones here. Then we've got a downhill. Chance to get rid of maybe some exhaustion before the killer uphill at the end. Right, okay. Who do we go with first? Ruler. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards for the rouleur. And let's see what we got for them. 5, 4, 4, 3. Let's choose the middle value. Let's go 4. And we'll put the others at the back of the deck. And then sprinter. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they pull out a fairly motley crew. 2, 3, 4, 2. So should we try and stay together as a team with a 4? I need to find an opportunity to get rid of some of this exhaustion before I'm just left at the back of the pack. Okay, let's see how this resolves then. Green Sprinter goes with a 5. I think we should stay with them. Green Ruler 4. Sorry, Black Ruler, Black Sprinter 4 also. Ooh. Side by sides, hopefully should slipstream up to catch up. Then we go Peloton Team 7. And then Green Ruler, who's made some ground. Green Ruler with a 6. Very much back in it now. Red Ruler with a 4. And Red Sprinter also with a 4. Okay, so no slipstreaming there, but we will get a bit of slipstreaming. So very much in the pack there. Red now slightly behind, but we know how it can all change. Right, what have we got coming up? So the cobblestones and then a downhill. So we've got to get through the cobbles and then we have the downhill. So no slipstreaming here, but anything I play is a minimum of 5. So possibility of getting rid of some exhaustion. Let's stick with the ruler first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see what we get. Right. 7, 3, 5, and 6. Well, assuming that the green clears the cobble, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 they will need. So for us to be on the cobbles, it'd be really good if we ended up here, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it worth the risk? Yeah, I think it will be. I think it will be worth the risk. That would get us through the cobbles. So let's pop those back into the deck. I haven't taken any exhaustion. I managed to pick up one from the back and one from the front, which is clever. Put those back where they came from. Also just going to do I've got the face up now, so I'm just going to shuffle again. Here's the sound of the shuffling, just to prove it's actually happening. There's not some clever background selection of cards. Well, by the way I'm playing, hopefully you'll see there's no background selection of cards. Right, let's see what we've got. 5, 4, 2, and 2. Okay, well I think we're going to have to go 5 to try and stay. I'm not going to be able to make the benefit of that. Okay, right, so we start Green Sprinter. Let's see what's happening here. Green Sprinter, just a 2. Then Black Ruler wants a 7. That's going to get us to that spot, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, let's put it in the right place. Just off screen, but it's on the first square of the downhill. And then Black Sprinter, we chose the 5. That's the double line, yeah. So the 5 there might stop someone else's fun here. Then the Peloton team attack. So the front rider takes the 2. So 2 forward. The back rider 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right up there with us. Green ruler goes 4. And then the red ruler is next. 6, hopefully making some ground. And red sprinter. Just a 3. So red's languishing a little bit at the back. There will be a tiny bit of slipstreaming, but only here, because everything else is cobblestones. So we can see here there'll be no slipstreaming because of the cobbles, and obviously no slipstreaming at the back because of the acres of space between the riders. Okay, now my ruler. Oh, let's clear the cards. My ruler is on a downhill space, so a 2 would be good here. 1, 2, 3. Let's give these a shuffle in full view for the interest of honesty and transparency. Okay, that's going to be our 4th card. Oh, good. Right, we're going to definitely play the 2 because that's going to be worth 5. Let's get rid of one of those exhaustion. Now, for my sprinter, 2, 3, 4. See, the sprinter is... Is it worth trying to end on her? So we've got a 3, 2... No, well, I can't play the 9. Oh, can I play the 9? We can play the 9. Is this possibly the last chance to play it? This could be the legendary play of an expert Flamme Rouger. Or total ineptitude. Let's find out, shall we? So the ruler 2, which becomes 5. The peloton team put out just 3, but that becomes 5. Keeping head to head with me. 9 for the sprinter. Ooh, this may not be a total disaster. Then what we got next? Green sprinter. Green sprinter. Just the 2. Still on the cobbles. Peloton team was a 3, but he loses. Oh no, he gets that because he can go alongside. Green ruler. Just a 3, but he will lose a movement to that blockage on the peloton. Red ruler. 7, chance to make up a bit of ground. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Joins them on the cobbles. And the red sprinter, a 5. Okay. Righty. Now let's have a look for any slipstreaming. Obviously nothing here, but there is a little bit here as we come towards the big punishing finish. And it's going to be an exhaustion for the sprinter. Okay. All right. Off go the cards. Now then, let's have a look, because we're coming around this corner almost straight into, so it's going to be 5 whatever happens. So I think we're going to go sprinter first. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And our choices are... So I think we're going to have to play the 5, aren't we? Because it's going to be a maximum of 5. So let's play the 5 and see if this works out. And for the ruler who's just behind, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And our 4 cards are 4, 6, 3, 2. Sorry, 5, 6, 3, 2. Can't read. Do we do the same thing? Try that. I mean, I'm saying we as if I can share the blame when this goes wrong, but it's very much me. Shall I do that? Right, okay, so black sprinter 5. Black ruler is also a 5. Peloton team attack. Ooh, now this is going to work out well for the Peloton team because the front rider is going to go 2. The back rider is going to go 9, and they are next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Back up with their teammate. Green sprinter is going to go 2. Gets them onto the downhill. Over this side. The green ruler, 3. 1, 2, loses a movement. Not so good for them, but good for us. 4. 1, 2, only gets 2 of the 4, so they lose 2 movements. And the red sprinter goes 9. 8, 9, and they do get all of it. So that's interesting. No slipstreaming at all because of the hill. No slipstreaming anywhere along there. Away go those cards. And it's going to be exhaustion again for the sprinter. I think this may come back to bite me in the end. Right, let's have a look at what's going on this hill then. So we've got maximum of 5. I suppose pick for the sprinter first. 1, 2. Oh, here comes a shuffle. Never sure if I do the shuffle particularly well. 3, 4. And let's see what we get. Okay, well, look at that. All 2s, which I feel might be what's going to happen, possibly for the rest of the game. So it's as much as it's going to be. 2 is 2. And for the ruler, we may well have the same issue. I've just got to the up face cards, so I'm just going to give them a quick shuffle now before I put them back into their holder. Okay, right, let's see what we get. Similar problem now. Do we play the 5? I think we've got to play the 5, haven't we? Just to try to stay in the running here. Okay, right, let's see. How does this play out? Let's go. We'll start on this view here because the black sprinter is going first. Black sprinter is only going to take 2. The ruler is going the maximum they can, which is 5. 5. Going to probably be exhaustion for both riders here. The Peloton team are going to go 4. Green sprinter is going to go 9. Ooh. Oh, I've just realised that's all happened off screen, hasn't it? Sorry. So the sprinter just gone 9 from all the way here. Green ruler. Ooh, a couple of big cards come out here. Very much staying in the running. Then we're on the left-hand side, so red sprinter goes next. 5. And red ruler. 6. So they're going to stay together. Okay, now we will have a little bit of slipstreaming just here. Nothing here, and obviously because of the hill, nothing there, no slipstreaming on the hill. So let's clear the cards. And we're going to take exhaustion for both the ruler and the sprinter. Okay, so coming round to this last bit. Now we do come into a supply zone here where anything I play will be at least a 4. So possibility to use the exhaustion here. And I could possibly, hopefully, clear the mountain for both riders. It's probably the best view we've got at the moment. So let's stay in the order we've got, which is ruler first. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And okay, now can we get off the mountain? 1, 2. Oh, we're going to end up on the top of the mountain. So is it actually worth? I was just about to immediately dive in for the 3, which will get me as far as I can get. But is it better off playing a 2? Because that will get me to where the sprinter is now. Oh no, hang on, this is the ruler. No, this is the ruler, hang on. I can't read. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So nothing else can get up. So I'm actually going to play the exhaustion there, because that will get me off the mountain, and possibly those slightly larger cards, not very much larger, but they might help a little bit. And then sprinter. So we really could do with a 4 here to get off the mountain. Are we going to be lucky? No. Okay, so it's going to be a 2 for the sprinter. I mean, it may well be that there just is nothing now but tons of exhaustion. If you've been tracking it, you've done a better job than me. Right, okay, so we're ready to resolve, and we start with the ruler, which was a 2, which gets them off the mountain. Then the sprinter was also a 2, which keeps them on the mountain. And let's see what the peloton are going to do. Oh, no, they've pulled out the most they could. Is that right? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they go slightly ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up alongside. Well, this is going to be our danger, this peloton team. As always, it always is. But it's going to protect me from exhaustion at least. That's one thing, I suppose. Green sprinter, 4. Green ruler, 5. Oh, hang on, that's the peloton team. Can't work out what I'm doing. I was thinking these changes top. Now 7. Going to get only a 5 though. And then the red ruler, 5. Just gets on the mountain, and the red sprinter. Ooh, it's going to lose some movement here because it's a 9. 4, 5, 6. No slipstreaming at all. Exhaustion for the ruler. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you will know that we now know what the peloton is going to pull out next, because I accidentally revealed it. So that probably won't make a huge amount of difference to us. Let's see if I can get rid of an exhaustion here. 1, 2. I'm going to just have to give this a quick shuffle to get my remaining 2 cards. 1, 2. Let's see what we get. Okay. Oh, so there's still a couple of 6s in there. That could help us out later on. But it seems like a good idea to use the 2 here, because it's going to be 4. And the sprinter, we know, will definitely get off the mountain, because the lowest he can have is a 2, and it's just 2 spaces to get off the mountain. But, so he's got a 2, a 3, and a 4. So I think we've got to just try and stay with some chance of being in the race. So we'll play the 4, and we'll see what happens. So the ruler pulls out a 2, but it's a minimum of 4 because of the supply zone. Gets it to the end of the supply zone, which means we'll be able to use it again next time. Interesting. We know the peloton is a 5, which is the maximum they can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brings them up alongside. The sprinter, what do we do for sprinter? 4. Ooh, and then a 5 for the peloton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slides in. So we should only get exhaustion again for the ruler. Then for the green sprinter, I'll try and pull out the right card this time. He pulls a 5, which is perfect because that's the most he could pull out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets off the mountain. The green ruler pulls out 4, still on the mountain. Then we go red ruler. Oh, can't get the card. 5 perfect for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And red sprinter. Ooh, disaster. Pulls out the 9. is only going to get 5. In fact, only going to get 4. So that's not worked out well for them. Get rid of the cards. It's going to be exhaustion for the rouleur, which goes in there. Okay, so as we come round to the finish, slightly obscured there, sorry, we've got another mountain. It's a big mountain finish. The mountain is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. 5th gets you into the finish. So partly I'm thinking, is it worth getting the rouleur to just this space here, 1 before, if a 3 comes out? Although it would be a minimum of 4. It's going to be a 4, so it's going to get on the mountain. Okay, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's a max. It's going to be 4. So look, there's a 4 and a 3. I think there's still a 6 in there somewhere as well. So we'll play the 2 because that will be a 4 because we're still on the supply zone. The same thing applies to the sprinter, actually, doesn't it? So deal 1 card. Now face up again. So I'll give these a shuffle. I feel like I'm probably just shuffling lots of 2s. I feel that's all that's left in the deck. And let's find out if I'm right. Turn these over. Oh, there's a 3 on there, but we're going to use the 2 because it's going to be 4 because we're on a supply zone. Okay, right. We start with the rouleur who's going on the supply zone, plays 2, gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, gets onto the mountain. The peloton team put out a 6. But they won't get all 6 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But takes the lead. They look strong for the finish. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only gets 5 onto the mountain. Sprinter is going to get a 4, even though he played a 2 because he's on a supply zone. 1, 2, 3, 4. No slipstreaming though. So partly, in a way, you hope that the green sprinter pulls something out of the bag here. It's a 4. It's going to be still a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slides up behind. Then we're up just off screen to the green rouleur. And the green rouleur pulls out a 4 to get off the mountain. And then we've got the red rouleur. And the red rouleur, if I can get the card out of the box, pulls a 5. 5 slides in front of this. It's going to be a tightish finish, I think. The red sprinter pulls out a 4. So everyone's off the mountain now. Let's have a look for slipstreaming here. So we're going to slipstream. And again. And then no slipstreaming here because of the mountain. So it's going to be exhaustion this time for the sprinter. So I think the rouleur is our only hope in this. Okay. Now, if the rouleur can get a 5 or higher, I know they'll only get a 5, but it would mean, coming into the finish, that they would get over the line. Because 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would get them over the line. So 1, 2, oh, look, there are the 6s. I'm going to give this a shuffle. I'm not going to look and see what anything was. I'm going to try to really mix these so that there can be no accusations that I was shuffling in a particular way. I wish I had that sort of skill. You compliment me if you think I could do that. Okay, so these are our 4 cards for the rouleur. How lucky have we been? Ooh, the 6 is there. So we'll play the 6. And that will get us over the line. But the question is, what will the peloton do? 1, 2, 3, 4 cards for the sprinter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't finish, even if he's got a 5, which he hasn't. He's just got, as expected, a load of 2s. So he'll have to play the 2. And we'll see how this finishes. So, do the peloton cross the line? Yes, but I've got a feeling I might have just... Well, we'll see. 1, 2, 3 finishes. Then it's the rouleur. The rouleur 6, we get a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So currently in first place. Peloton was 3, 1, 2, 3, doesn't finish. Sprinter is a 2, definitely doesn't finish, just gets onto the mountain. Then we've got the green Sprinter with a 3, gets onto the mountain. Red Rouleur with a 6, but they're not going to get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They get out of the 6. The green Rouleur does the same, gets a 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does get the 6, gets onto the mountain, pushing this Sprinter just behind these cards. Let's move those up a bit. Putting the Sprinter just out of shot. And now you can't see the red Sprinter, but you will probably see them shortly because they pulled a 5. Okay, so hurrah, a win. So the black Rouleur comes in first place. Let's set these up somewhere into their final order, maybe by the side of the finishing track. Let's put those there like that. Okay, right, so all that's left now is for no exhaustion for the Sprinter to take. We'll see how long it takes the Sprinter to limp over the line. Got to do a bit of shuffling. Let's get the 4th card. Goodness me, this is exciting, isn't it? Well, I'm very pleased that we managed a first place. I've got a feeling we'll play the biggest we can, which is the 3. They go back into the Sprinter's deck. Okay, so the Peloton team are going to get their 3rd place. They get 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, as far as they can go. Red Sprinter. Oh, these cards are getting harder and harder to pick up. With a 3, crosses the finish line. Green Rouleur. Oh dear. With a 6, but they can only get 5 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it's us with a 2. With a 3, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Almost finishes. Green Sprinter with their last card get a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the red Sprinter with their last card is just a 2. So we're not going to come stone dead last. So then it's Peloton, green Rouleur, green Sprinter, red Rouleur finishes. We clear those away. I don't think it's going to be any surprise what's in our deck. Well, we've got a few cards left over, but I think they are all probably 2s. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, they're all 2s, so we'll play the 2. Those cards go back in there. And so crosses the line for 2. And the red Sprinter has no cards left, so they go 2 and they don't finish. So black Sprinter and then the red would finish on the next round. So this is our final order. Oh, I feel exhausted. So there we go. That's the final order. We have a win for Team Black Panda with the black Rouleur. Peloton team always finish strongly. 2nd and 3rd place for them. Good for the team for Ashton Green. They both come in with 4th and 5th place, and then it's a bit of a sad ending for us. 2nd last, but at least it wasn't last. So, you know, these sorts of things, you win some, you lose some. I feel that's sort of a win-loss, isn't it? Bit of both. I think I have to go for a lie down now. I would say that went fairly well. I'm just looking at the clock timer, and it's taking a bit longer than it usually would, but I suppose that's to be expected, isn't it? Because of all the shuffling and faffing about. But what do you think? Is this a way we can continue? This was just a one-off, just sort of trial, experiment, see what happens. But maybe this is something that we could maintain. If you've got any ideas of ways that I can operate it any better, the little picture-in-picture thing I think works quite well, where we see the cards in this area here. So suggestions are welcome. Any errors that I've made throughout the thing, well, apologies for those. There's usually some, but usually when people point them out to me, they're very nice about it because they realise this is a one-man production. I'm literally doing everything, playing the game, pressing the buttons, changing the cameras, everything. So thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll be back with some more and maybe a refined system to make things work a little bit better. But until the next time, remember, don't be bored, be a bored racer. Bye-bye.